What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing pretty good. Week has started. It's Monday. It's gotten cold here in Kentucky. It's probably about 35 degrees now. It was 23 when I woke up this morning for work. So that was a nice day to freeze to death. But I wanted to make a quick video and kind of explain to you guys how I set up my nuke for rearing queens. I did it for the first time last year. I'll be doing it again this year. I had pretty good success with it. I had 16 out of 20 of my grafted queen cells took, and I was pumped for that. So I kind of want to show you guys how I set my nuke up and get those queens made. So basically what I'll do is I'll go out there, I'll visit 4 or 5 different hives, and I'm gonna get nurse bees. This is a 5-frame nuke. I want to shake about 8 frames worth of nurse bees into this box. Now it's gonna be jam packed. I mean, you want this thing just busting wide open with nurse bees. Then I'm gonna take some frames and I'm gonna put a frame of foundation in there with those bees. And I've just got some stuff here kind of for demonstration. So I got my foundation. I'm going to put a frame of capped brood. Now this is brood that's going to be emerging. I'm going to have a frame of open larvae and the eggs, young stuff right here on this one. Then I'm going to have a frame of honey. It's going to go against the wall. And I'm going to have a frame of pollen. I will also give these bees a pollen patty. Okay, so I've got my 8 frames worth of nurse bees in here. I've got my foundation, and I've got my older capped brood, and I've got my young brood, which is eggs and larvae, and I've got my pollen, and I've got my honey. Alright, so that thing is set right now. So then I'm going to take this little top cover I've got holes drilled in it because these bees packed in there, they're going to be producing so much heat. You need to let that vent. You don't want to cook these bees. So I've got little holes drilled in here, and then I've got in this box I've also got a hole drilled in it so air can escape through here. Then I'll have my cover on it. And I'm also going to be feeding these bees 1-to-1 syrup. Alright, so I'm going to let that fly for 2 days. After 2 days passes, I'm going to go out here. I'm not going to really explain how I go about grafting. That's just a totally different video. I kind of just want to show you how I set my hive up. This is known as a queenless starter finisher. So I'm going to start the cells and finish them in this nuke. Okay, so then after 2 days, I'm going to take this thing apart. Take this off. That I'm sure will be empty by then, and they will probably be drawing comb on this bare foundation. I mean, you got so many nurse bees in here, there's plenty of work to do. Okay, so then I'm going to take my frame out that's got the young eggs and larvae. This thing is going to be totally full of emergency cells. These bees are queenless, and they're in dire need for a queen. They know it, and they're going to make one no matter what. So I'm just going to take this out. I'm going to crush these queen cells, whatever they've made, and I'm going to stick this frame back in a hive. Alright, then I'm going to take my frame that I grafted onto. I've got my cell bars here. I'm going to have more cells here. I just got this one the other day because I only had 2 last year. So I'm going to have my grafts in here. They're going to be ready just to drop right down here in these bees. So all you're going to do is you're just going to drop that dude in there. Going to squeeze them up tight, you know, like you always do. And you're going to let this ride. You're going to put your top back on. You're going to refill your syrup, and that's how it's going to sit. So what you want to do is you want to pull these queens within, I'd say, about 10 or 11 days. You want that cell to be capped, but you sure do not want a single queen in there to emerge. If you got a queen in there emerging and she comes out and you don't catch it soon enough, she's going to run through there and she's going to kill every one of those cells. So you definitely do not want that to happen. If you need to, pull it 2 or 3 days before. Keep an eye on it. You can take this thing apart. Of course, I mean, there's going to be bees just probably overflowing out of this thing, but you can take it apart and you can check your frame out and get you, if you have a bee brush, just lightly brush the bees off, and you'll be able to see your cells. You'll see if they're capped or not. Just be sure. I have a habit of shaking the bees off the frames. Whatever you do not shake the bees off this frame. That's a big no-no. That's the last thing you want to do to all your queens is shake them while they're in the cells. So then you're just going to yank those cells out, and hopefully by then that you have made your splits a day or two before. So now your splits out there are queenless, and then you're ready just to pop those cell caps off and stick them in a hive, and they will get that queen raised, and hopefully she'll take her mating flight and everything will be good to go. That's what happens in a perfect world anyway. Now granted, you may have a couple fail, you know, this is beekeeping. Nobody's perfect in beekeeping, that's for sure. But I guarantee you're going to have success if you get your starter finisher and all this stuff. Learn how to graft. That's just a totally different video right there. I've only done it for 1 year, so I'm definitely not a pro at it. I still make mistakes, you know. I'll crush a larva, and when that happens, it's done. It's dead. Bees won't do nothing with it. It's all kind of a trial and error type of thing. You just have to get that little grafting tool in there, and you gotta just do what's comfortable for you. It takes some practice. But if I can do it, I did it my first time. If I can, I know you guys can. So I just wanted to kind of give you all a little bit of info on how I do it. Once season for me opens up where I can graft, I'm probably not going to have time to make a video and take the time to do it because I'll probably be in a rush. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys ahead of time how I will make my queen rearing nuke. So hopefully you guys, you know, maybe learn something from this video, or you can take this information and apply it to your bee yard, and you can make you some big, beautiful, healthy queens as well. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk at you later and catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.